Today, from Century Link Field in Seattle, Washington, this is the National
Dallas
Football League.
Cowboys going up against the Seattle Seahawks. We are in Seattle. Playoff is going. Seattle after we go.
We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys. We are just about set for football at Century Link Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when the Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. Out comes Andy Dalton and company. Dalton, of course, grew up in Texas, played his college ball at TCU, and now his home is back in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with these Cowboys.
A day one starter his rookie year. He also won a whole lot of games as well. First 5 years, the Bengals went to playoffs each and every year. Continues to evolve as a quarterback, learning how to work around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry, Ezekiel Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. And Dalton to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Look outside, he's got him in. It's Elliott. And they'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wilson now, throw on third down. That is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of few things. Defense is chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And when it's said and done, it's a 51-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with the 1st and 10. Well, the Dallas Cowboys managed a victory against the New York Giants week 5, but certainly at a terrible price. Losing quarterback Dak Prescott to a compound right ankle fracture and dislocation that required immediate surgery afterwards. And the early reports out of Dallas, injury expected to be season-ending. Terrible way to end such a brilliant beginning to the year. Prescott thrown for more yards than any other quarterback in history, Charles, through those first 4 games.
He's actually tracking towards a 2,000-yard season in the first 5 games. That's just absolutely amazing what he was doing. Mantle now falls to Andy Dalton. This is why you sign a veteran quarterback, right? A guy who was a starter previously in Cincinnati for 9 seasons. But people often forgot. They went to the playoffs 6 times with Andy Dalton. The problem is they didn't win any of those playoff games, but he got them there 6 times. This is a really capable quarterback. And what a finish he put on to help them rally and beat the Giants. So despite their 2-3 record, they sit atop the NFC East. And I think with Dalton as their quarterback, they still remain the favorite to win that division. It goes to Arizona coming up. Then they travel to Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Andy Dalton. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton got his man there complete to Gallup. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yards after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They look to throw on 3rd and Dalton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He finds his target in Schultz and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and put the down marker back to one.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton, this will be caught at about the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now Greg Zerline on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Down for the touchdown, it's Zerline. Take it away. This will make it into the end zone, and it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Seattle Seahawks 5-0 for the first time in franchise history. And Sunday night, week 5, what a game as they rally back to defeat Minnesota 27-26. And Russell Wilson did it again, as Al Michael said on the broadcast, astonishing. He leads the Seahawks 94 yards in the final 2 minutes. Throws a touchdown pass to DK Metcalf on 4th and goal, 15 seconds to play. And he also completed a big 4th and 10 earlier in that game-winning drive. So Charles Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it's very similar. What's that great poem about postal workers being rain or snow or sleet? I mean, that's Russell Wilson. It does not matter, does it? And every time we talk about the best quarterbacks in the game, other names tend to come up. They're going to go, yeah, what about Russell Wilson? He might very well be the best. So that's what he's going off of right now. He's absolutely on a mission to get his team back to a Super Bowl, and in doing so, putting his name up there with the best in the game. 3 touchdown passes in this one, 19-5 for him. Russ is cooking, and we're going to hear MVP talk all season long, and he's earned it. They get an open week now, and then they got a couple division games coming up. They're really tough one at home against Arizona and Kyler Murray, and then they're at San Francisco for another tough one against that 49ers defense that's usually out its game.
Switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who've gone down.
You're an all-pro team and a worse vulnerable team because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley, the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them. Injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time. So it's been a tough year for injuries. Some things are playing around them better than others. But we'll see how it goes the rest of the year. But we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
It's another 10 yards on that and another first down.
Greg Wilson's a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro Pro Bowl tight end and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
On second down, it's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carson. Fighting through it. He's got space. Just what you want on a first down run and call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense really pulled around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half play from our studios in Orlando. This is caught, and he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 26 yards, and the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that's another route the defenders look forward to take out of the game. Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Well, the defenders hated there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Jason Myers, so only lead at 7 now as they keep it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. The 1st down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. The drive keeps moving.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, you talk about coming up with one guy. They think that's a personal front. They can just beat one defender, and they're not very good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Dalton over the middle. Cooper with it. Yeah, the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50-yard midfield strike.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. All battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Then he takes his down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a toss play. It's Carson. Fighting off the defender. And he will not be down in the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with a 2nd touchdown in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. See, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they scored us in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Myers. Tucked it away. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he wants the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one. And you can bet they're putting 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Now Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 74 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels. And that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they're out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit Pater. After the touchdown, here's Myers to put it away. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand off to Elliott to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. A 6-yard pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we can talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They got 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now, because they've seen they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 36, Dalton able to hit his target Lamb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again, as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted to the 17th pick of the 1st round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense has met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown in the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that one, an 8-play drive that spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. They'll kick it away. Taking it about the run. And makes it across the 20 as his guys are set up shop at the 23-yard line. Yeah, the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Good catch there by DK Metcalf. And when he came into the league, we were all impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. As his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks dominant, unstoppable.
A game there of 30 big ones.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running through the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided to pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for Seattle first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or take away. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
When you see zone defense, you know you got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They run forward with Carson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel the possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And now their defense came through with the goal line. Stan got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. A long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
And didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go down lead again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Look, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays this one forward as they stop it right around the line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive mates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in.
End zone caught. Touchdown, zero. Looking at contract for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. Then plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, payday. Jason, after the touchdown, here's Myers to put it away. Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. There's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And his throw here's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And quickly, they get to the line. On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And it'll be Dalton again. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. Third down here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion was up fourth. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. As expected, they're good for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And a loose football. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Another chance for Dalton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Play action now, Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. It's third down and goal at the 9-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. It's do or die for Dalton. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Well, there you have it. The Seahawks are winners. They 5-14 over the Cowboys. They're in this stream. And I'll be back with another live review for Week 7 picks. So let me set that up and I'll be right back.